Hi, I'm Chad C. from C Real Estate here in Richmond, Virginia. This morning, I want to implore you buyers who are getting financing to purchase a home, so you're not paying cash, you're gonna get a bank loan. I want to ask you to consider carefully who you choose to finance that home. There's a few reasons why that matters, but most importantly is that it can affect whether or not a seller will go with your offer. So you're likely using a great real estate professional, a great realtor in your community, and that man or woman, like every other realtor who has some experience, knows that there are some lending institutions that they have a high level of success with. There are some lending institutions that that's not the case. So a little inside information on what realtors and sellers want to see. Maybe most importantly, what the realtors want to see when it comes to your financing. Because keep in mind, you're going to be making an offer on a house. That seller is going to have a realtor representing them, and that realtor is going to advise the seller as to which contract they should go with. And it'll really influence that realtor who you're using for financing. Why? Well, sometimes we see letters from lending institutions who have pre-qualified a buyer, and that lending institution is on the other side of the country. Someone's name is on it we've never heard of. And we know from experience that things tend to not go as well in a situation like that as they do when it's a local lender with a great reputation in the community. We've had experience with them, we've seen them get it done. So all things being equal, if the agent for your seller can look at a letter from a local lender saying that you've been pre-approved, they recognize the name of this loan officer, and this other offer you're competing against is a mortgage company that's not in the area, the agent doesn't know that loan officer, you're going to have an advantage. So you want a lending institution with a great local reputation on the institutional level. That's very important, that that company has a good reputation in the agent community for getting deals done with as little hassle as possible. You also want to pay attention to the loan officer himself or herself. You want this to be a man or a woman who has a reputation for getting things done, who's easy to work with. Now, your realtor can really help you with these things, and I can't overemphasize how important it is. So if your realtor has some experience, they should know who does a lot of work in your market, who is a good institution with a good reputation, who's a loan officer at that institution with a good reputation. And if you're connected with a person like that, and they can write you a fantastic letter saying, I have checked this buyer's credit, their income, their debts, they are good to go, the odds of your offer getting accepted will be a whole lot higher than if you shop rates online, you go for just the lowest interest rate you can find, the least closing cost possible. Are these things not important? They are important, but if you go strictly by lowest rate, lowest costs, it could leave you with a lending institution or a loan officer nobody knows. It could make sellers' agents a little hesitant to go with your offer, not knowing if it'll actually get across the finish line. And you might have some disappointment too, because if you are strictly shopping rates and costs, you could end up, and I've seen this, you could end up with a situation where your loan doesn't get processed, it doesn't go through. This lender on the other side of the country doesn't know how things operate here. A lot of things can go wrong going that route. Not saying it can't work, because it can, and I have seen it happen plenty of times, but I can tell you the odds are a whole lot better that you have a smooth transaction, that your offer will get accepted if you follow your realtor's advice, go with a good local lender, a good local loan officer, and you'll be glad you did. So a little insight today. I hope you have a fantastic week.